Hello, good morning. I'm going to introduce you to Song Yehao, an architect from Tsinghua University from China, who is going to speak about his experiences building with bamboo, the bamboo architecture, and especially the tea market in Fujian that's made with bamboo and ram earth. That is a very nice building that has recently received an award in the Material Award 2025 prizes.
Hello, my friends. I'm Song Yehao from School of Architecture, Tsinghua University, and also I have a small office named SUP Atelier. Today I'm going to share some experience with bamboo, and the topic is bamboo as sustainable material. Bamboo is very popular around the world. And also for the traditional Chinese, bamboo has very particular meanings, especially for ancient literates. Bamboo sometimes means the virtue of literates. And also we could say some very interesting sceneries in traditional Chinese painting that in old time the envelope of buildings are not so much necessary. The traditional Chinese were fond of the way living together with nature, with openings. And we could say today's bamboo distribution in China, almost just the south part of China, we could see a lot more different species of bamboo, and that's around the world. And also there's some studies on the bamboo as a material, as a bio material. We could say, okay, it's kind of, to some extent, and some index illustrated that bamboo is very strong. The interesting part is all around the world, the traditional way to deal with bamboo as construction material is something in common. People will very likely to use rope to bond different pieces together. Rope plays an important role for bamboo architecture. And also with steel bolt, with help of that, makes it possible to make architecture with bamboo. And these four pictures shows the different stage of my office to use bamboo as architectural material. From the 2017 the village lounge of Shangcun, and then to the swirling cloud in Beijing, and also the tea leaf market of Zhuguanlong in Fujian province, and also the bamboo pavilion for the IMBA organization, International Bamboo and Rattan. And 4 different stages tell a way of making full use of bamboo as construction material. From the very beginning with a modular way, because at the very beginning we were not so much familiar with bamboo. We are not so much understand this material, what could that happen to be part of architecture. So we make it modular, so we make something rapidly, 6 units. And in the Beijing case, we try to challenge the extreme of bamboo. And also we just focused on the light-weighted bamboo structure system with bamboo. And then in the tea leaf market project, we combine all the local elements together. Bamboo, rammed earth, and also the abandoned stone as part of the architecture. And last case is a bamboo pavilion. We just combine all the experiences together to make it a pavilion for impa. The first case is located in, that's a map of China, located in Jixi. We call it Village Lounge of Shangcun. It's located in a traditional, typical Anhui village, just as the right part shown. And also we got the temperature. We could say in light blue is kind of comfort thermal zone, which make it possible to build a bamboo pavilion for the villagers as village lounge. They do not need heavy envelope with high performance of insulation. They just it's kind of shelter against sunshine, and also the rainwater. At the very beginning, the site is kind of abandoned. The courtyard, the traditional courtyard residential unit, very common in that region, abandoned for 2 decades and turned to be like that. And after the input of the bamboo architecture, the abandoned place turned to be a new center of the village. There are a lot more contrast, big contrast. The original residential units in that region, called Hui-style residential blocks, were something enclosed. And the village lounge, for sure, is open, not only to the villagers, but also to the tourists, to have the tourists understand what's happening around them. And also for the villagers, they got a place to talk with each other, to communicate, and to share something together. So it's open. And from private, turned to be public. From the private house, residential function, to public, open to all villagers and tourists. And also from the heavy brick work to light-weighted bamboo structure, not only the material, but also the color, from dark gray to light yellow and brown. So before that, actually no public space in the village. And after that, one center established in that village. So before that, it's kind of ruined private courtyard house. Afterwards, the renovated new public space for local people and for tourists. We could say the contrast. Abandoned place to a new village center. Abandoned and for the local people. Because this architecture was made of bamboo, it's really something new in that village. Also, I mentioned before, the Chinese ancient or traditional literacies valued very much of the spirits of bamboo as a virtue of gentlemen, but still very few cases show in architecture people just made with bamboo. We just try to make it modular. 6 umbrellas makes village center. That's in the daily life, the village life. The section shows the terrain and also the surroundings. It's something new for sure, but it blends very well with the surroundings, not only because of the terrain, of the shape, of the 6 umbrellas with different heights, but also we retrofitted and the whole courtyard system, which is quite famous for the sewage system. That's detailing, bonded with rope, helped with steel bolt, and also with light-weighted concrete base. We just make the whole system. People in green t-shirts are professional bamboo workers. Before that, actually, they are also farmers. They are working as the villagers. And just because their hometown is rich in bamboo, and bamboo industry grows in that region, and they just turned from farmers to bamboo workers, professional bamboo workers. And from my point of view, the biggest advantage of bamboo as construction material is lightweighted, very easy to handle with, to deal with, and almost the on-site work is not a challenge. Those people in other colors t-shirts, they are the villagers. They just help themselves to make something for themselves. Firstly, to recollect all the abandoned materials like the small gray tile and also all the stones, and they just worked as stone and bricklayers and as carpenter together with bamboo workers. Wow, that's the local village. And also the concrete was poured by the villagers. It's not in a modern way, in the modern standard. There were a lot more flaws. From my point of view, the flaws reflects kind of harmony with the hundreds of years of painted wall. That's people use that. So it's totally new, but with local craftsmanship, it blended very well in the surroundings. Also, the villagers are the owners of that architecture, small village lounge, because the money from them. And also the villagers are construction workers, so they work for themselves. And we do the statistic research that almost 20% of the local people were engaged in the construction. And also the village lounge is for the villagers. So we try to make the new thing blended in the village, not only from the viewpoint of architecture, but also from viewpoint of sociologists and also the harmony of the society. It's quite important for sustainable future. The second case is in Beijing. We just, from the first case, we developed a light-weighted 3 layers bamboo structure system. We could say from that picture, the raw bamboo and the split bamboo net and also the PMMA material as transparent and also the waterproof material as the the opaque one. So 3 layers: raw bamboo, split bamboo as net, and also the layers for waterproof or just for transparent. We call it swirling cloud because when the sun moves, the shades change, makes the scenery like the pavilion is moving by itself. Inside of that, that's a section show the construction details for the bamboo pavilion, and also has some design thoughts to block the noise from outside of the campus wall, from the main street, and also to have a welcome gesture for the people from the main gate, from the T&R building, and also we leave another small gate openings for the bushes and also for the memorial stone. So that's the memorial stone, that's the campus gate, the biggest gate, and also the teaching and research building, and also the gate particularly designed for bushes, the preserved. We preserve all the plantation at site, and we also do the structure calculation to make sure the displacement is in the standard of or codes allowed by the codes and regulations. So that's the 3-layer diagram. We have the beam, the raw bamboo, we have the light-weighted, the split bamboo net, and also we have the layers above for waterproof or for transparent material. So that's on the way of construction. The bamboo splits also worked as the tiles. So that's after construction. Children are fond of that place. Elderly and also the students and professors around just make it a landmark for the new campus. From that picture, we could see the 3 layers: the bamboo, single raw bamboo, and bamboo split net, and also the PMMA membrane. The smallest gate for bushes, but also for kids. We could say the 3 different layers. Bamboo construction is never the accurate system, not like timber construction or concrete or steel structure. It's something not so much accurate. So the tolerance for the construction of 3 layers is very much important, which makes it possible to follow the design but still not too accurate. We could say the space between the 2 pieces of bamboos slightly different. That's the nature of bamboo material. Even you just bend it according to your design, it will never be the same as the drawings. And from my point of view, that's another charming point of bamboo architecture, the tolerance. You could tolerate a lot more things. If you just made some small mistakes for the construction, the net or the layers above could remedy that. The case are very much like that place. The third case is in Shouning, Fujian province. It's tea market or tea leaf market in Fujian. And that's again the light blue zone is for comfort zone, which make it possible also the same scenario as that in Anhui. So it's not too hot in summer and not too cold in winter. Makes the pavilion could be some space for the villagers, for local people to live in. So that's the location from Fujian to the city and to the county and to the village. We try to make everything happen in 20 kilometers. Yeah, that's also something sustainable. Local materials, local labors, and local resources. Everything from local. So materials from less than 20 kilometers range. We have tea, we have rammed earth, we have the traditional Chinese timber bridge, all in 20 kilometers perimeter. The vernacular elements for us could be inspiring. The rammed earth, even the base, the stone base for the rammed earth, and also the timber recollected from abandoned old houses. That's the timber. We could say, okay, it's in relatively good quality. Depends on the reuse pattern for the timbers. We just take it for the furniture. And also, Fujian is very famous for the resource of stone. A lot more abandoned broken stone plates as garbage. So we just recollect them and make it the stone for the terrazzo, for the pavement, earth everywhere, just on the construction site. We make again with the wisdom of traditional Chinese Fujian people. Also craftsmen from within the scope of 20 kilometers. The bamboo, the joints, the rammed earth, and also all the things. We made this illustration to show rammed earth and the stone base, and also for the bamboo, for the PMMA, the transparent membrane, because we try to challenge, in this case, a big span of 18 meters. It's huge. So it could be very dark without roof window in the middle of the vaulted structure. So we have the PMMAs to help to work as roof window. So that's the diagram to show the 3 layers, the single raw bamboo system structure, and also the bamboo split as net, and also the covering, the PMMA or the waterproof material above. So we have 3 layer system again. So that's the reclaimed stone from abandoned traditional Chinese house. Again, we just make it work. And also local people, local villagers, 2 villagers, 2 days, a piece of rammed earth wall. The only thing we inputted is the timber brick, because rammed earth is not friendly to kneel with some poster or to hang something on. But it's in the village, it's something multifunctional, a lot more poster or something for commercial, very likely necessary. So we just put some timber bricks in case of hanging something. So the local people are doing the rammed earth wall with a very traditional local material and also the tools. And the nearby timber vaulted bridge also inspired us of finding small, short elements make a big span of 18 meters. So, and also we found the rainbow from the very famous Chinese drawing Qingming Shanghe Tu in 1151. Yeah, and also Leonardo da Vinci's in the 15th century. We do the comparisons for the rainbow and vaulted timber bridge, and advantage and disadvantage. So finally, we just with the rainbow vaulted bamboo structure in that case, with a span of 18 meters, and also the length of single bamboo is no longer than 4.5 meters. That's the detailed drawings. And also the diagram shows the joints with rope, traditional way of doing that. And the detailed with help of some steel bolt, with rope, with steel bolt, and with the joints, all the joints down. And also users in the same diameters. For local people, multifunctional thing is something fundamental for us to do in rural area China. Because it's not easy for the rural area China to make a new architecture. So that's a diagram, and that's accomplished. Reclaimed timber as benches for landscaping. Rammed earth wall, reclaimed stone as base. Well, that's showing the lighting. It's very bright in the middle of the big construction. Yeah. Yeah. Without the transparent PMMA material, it's impossible. Yeah, that's a structure. Or the terrazzo, the broken, abandoned stone plates as some for the terrazzo pavement. That's a diagram to deal with the local climate, to block the cold winter prevailing wind, and to have the prevailing wind from south. The terrazzo, yeah, terrazzo. There's also another pavement with abandoned, broken stone plate. Rammed earth wall with timber bricks. That's a detailing under the ropes to bind different pieces of bamboo together. The ropes. It's in a traditional way. Yeah. That's the benches with abandoned, reclaimed timber. That's it. And also, we just make full use of all the materials reclaimed from local site. The broken stones, reclaimed stone bases, reclaimed timber for benches. From this picture, covered with snow, we could say, without the transparent PMMA material, it's very dark inside of the building, in spite of the fact it's actually open to the nature. It's open, it's not blocked, still very dark. That's why the PMMA material plays an important role for for this building for natural lighting, which will lead to the way of sustainable maintenance. Yeah, that's it. The building in the night. Just sufficient artificial lighting. The last case is in Yangzhou. It's for Imba Pavilion, and also it's we just make full use of all the experiences. Yeah, for instance, the 3 layers lightweighted structure, the PMMA materials to make it an exhibition pavilion, or just for the event. It's also again lightweighted. From our point of view, from my point of view of research with bamboo, the durability is not to the structure, but to bamboo itself. So we just try to make as less bamboo as possible to cover as big space as possible. So we do the different scheme and also do the analysis for the structure system, and also finally we found the main structure and then the 3-layer system again, the raw bamboo and also the split of bamboo and also the waterproof or transparent cover, roof. So that's it, inside of the pavilion. The height of that is about 12 meters, so it's not small. Now you could say a lot more people, the workers working on that. And also it's in a kind of harmony with nature, with raw bamboo, and very much welcomed by kids and by the audience. It's in the night. Yeah, that's in the night. So thank you very much. If you are more interested in bamboo projects by SUP Atelier, you could find our website supatelier.com, and you could find some more information on that and detailed architectural drawings, and for the detailed research of joints, a lot more things on. Thank you so much.